Hey guys, it's Hades here and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be talking about Minecraft combat. So that includes both armor and weapons. And to really start this subject, we need to know about all the possible weapons. So I'm going to jump straight into that. And of course everyone knows about the sword, which I've already got in my hand, and how you can make lots of different types of swords. So you just do this with the one stick here, and then your resource above it. So we could put wood there for a wooden sword. We could go ahead and put some stone there for a stone sword. We could go ahead and put iron there for an iron sword, and so on. So after that there is chain, gold, and diamond. And that's pretty much all the different types of swords you can make. We should go ahead and make an iron sword now that I think about it. So let's go ahead and make one of these. That's pretty much useless. You can throw that on the ground now, because an iron sword is better in every way. It is way more durable. Let's see if we can just break a block with it to see how durable it actually is. There we go. So it's got 250 hits in it, and it is also stronger than the stone and wooden sword. So I'm going to go through how much hearts it actually does. So bare hands, or chicken seeds, whatever you hold in your hand that isn't a sword or a tool, will do half a heart of damage. So that is pretty bad, and you won't be able to really kill anything with half a heart of damage. That is why we need swords. And then if you grab yourself a wooden sword, that'll do 2 hearts of damage. A gold sword will also do 2 hearts of damage, so a gold sword isn't that useful. And then it goes stone, which is 2.5 hearts damage, iron 3 hearts of damage, and then I think diamond's 3.5 hearts or 4 hearts of damage. So diamond's definitely the one you want to get, because it has a higher durability and it does more damage. The only exception to that, in the order of things, would be gold. Gold does the same amount of damage as wood and less than stone, and it is also a lot less durable, so it has a lot less uses in it. That's why no one really uses gold armor or swords for anything. Except there is one use for gold swords and armor, and that is enchanting. I haven't covered enchanting yet, but in this game you can enchant items with an enchanting table. And when you get to that stage of the game, if you want to get a quick enchant, it would be best off enchanting gold, because gold has a way higher chance of getting a better enchant. It's actually nearly triple. If you were to enchant a diamond sword, just say you get something like sharpness 1, right? For enchanting a diamond sword. If that would have been a gold sword, you would have got a sharpness 3 or something. I'm not 100% sure if it works with swords, because I actually have never wanted to enchant a gold sword. But it's just for tutorial purposes I'm explaining this. I know it 100% works with armor. So just say you enchanted diamond armor and you got protection 1. If you would have enchanted gold armor, you would have had a 3 times of better chance of getting more enchantments. So you might have got blast protection, or something else on the armor as well. So that's the only reason why you would ever want to use gold, is for enchanting it. So hopefully you guys understand that. I still would not recommend gold weapons or armor. I would just go straight for iron armor, really. And then when you have the diamonds, go for the diamond armor. And the sword's exactly the same thing. You get yourself a stone sword to start with, because stone's fairly easy to get. Then go iron, then go diamond. I'd skip gold, and I'd skip wood. Alright, so I think that pretty much covers the swords. There is something else, another weapon in the game, that is a bit more out there, I guess. We go ahead and make one, just like this. Wait, is it like that? It's not like that. What am I doing? I'm the guy making the tutorial, I don't even know what I'm doing. So we need the string, and you put it like that, and that makes a bow. So you just got to picture it in your head, the string here, and the wood there, kind of looks like a bow. So let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, damn it. Let's throw this out of the way. Get out of here. We got ourselves a bow. Even though I already had one, I wanted to make another one for tutorial purposes. And what can we chuck out? There we go. Inventory is way too full. I should probably go ahead and make a chest real quick. Let's just go ahead and do that. Actually, I should show you another. I didn't even do it then, but it's probably really important. If you move your mouse over this, remember how last episode I said you left click and move it around to divide it equally? Well, there is the opposite to that, and you hold right click to put 1 in each square. And that's really what I should be doing, but, you know, I'm too used to it the old way before that was implemented. That's why I don't do that anymore. Well, I never did it, really. I should try and get used to it, and I am trying to, and you should as well. Because it makes things a lot quicker, and you look like a noob if you're doing it solo. Alright. Now, the bow actually does nothing by itself. You can enchant bows to do more damage, but you need arrows. So to make arrows, I haven't actually made arrows in a long time, because you usually just get them from killing skeletons. But, there we go, flint, stick, feather, get yourself some arrows. There we go, so we've got a nice little bunch of 16 now. And I'm going to go show you how to actually use these weapons against some enemies over here. Of course, you would want to use a sword for close range nearly the whole time, because the bow is really inefficient at close range. But at the long range, or if you're running away and you don't want someone to catch you, you can quickly turn around, charge it up, you aim it with the crosshair in the middle of your screen, and then let go. Bam. I just one-shotted that sheep. He did not stand a chance, and this bow is not enchanted. For those of you who have never used a bow before, there is a few little tricks. So the first trick is, of course, you hold right-click to pull it down, and the further you pull it down, so now it is fully pulled, see right now? And this is the maximum, this will make the arrow go the maximum distance, and also the maximum damage. So if I shoot that pig, he got hit with the maximum damage, and the bow went the maximum distance. If I was to not charge it up all the way like this, see how it doesn't go as far? And if I charge it more and more and more, it'll slowly go further and further, see that? If I charge it all the way back, it goes even further. And it also increases in damage the more you pull it back. So you may be thinking, why would you ever want to not pull it all the way back? Well, there is a pretty good reason. In single player it is not as useful, but if you ever join a PvP server, you really want to start using it because it shoots a lot quicker. So I can be like this and just drill them into him really quick. Seeing as he's really close range, I don't need to charge it all the way back. I can just keep shooting it really quick, really close range. And that kind of works better in small alleyways where they can only come from one direction, and you just be like this and shoot as many as you can into their face. As you can see, I'm just shooting. I think I just shot myself with an arrow then. That normally doesn't happen, but whatever. Yeah, so that is the bow and sword. It's already nearly a whole day, and all I've covered is the two basic weapons of Minecraft and the damage they do. Now we got to move on to armor. So with armor, there is of course leather, which you get from cows. We should actually go and do that now for the purpose of this tutorial. How long do we have? We don't have that long till night, so we'll wait till night time, we'll have a sleep, then we'll go out and get some leather. But I can explain it while we're waiting here. So it's exactly the same as every other resource in Minecraft. You can make it with any resource, so leather, gold, iron, or diamond. There is also chain armor, but you can't get that normally, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. It's not as good. But I'll show you how to make it all. So I'm using right click to put one in each thing, and that'll give me an iron helmet if I make it in this fashion. And I can do this with leather, with gold, with whatever, diamond, and it'll make the different material armor pretty much. So now that we have a helmet, you'll want to go ahead and let's make some pants next. Just like that. So in the shape of pants. And then we want to go ahead and make a chest plate. So just opposite like that. There we go. So a little hole at the top. Looks like the item, kind of. And the last bit is boots, where you make with 2 iron here, 2 iron there. Bam. We now have ourselves a full set of iron armor. And I think it takes exactly 24 of your material to make a full set. So that took up 24 iron. Or if I was to make it out of diamond, it would take 24. If to make it out of leather, it would take 24, etc. And to equip this, you can either drag it and put it up on here, or you can put it on your hotbar and just simply scroll over and right click it. Now this is extremely good for PvP situations. If you run over someone's diamond armor and it's better than yours, or just say your armor's dead, you can quickly scroll to it with your mouse wheel or number button, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and then just right click and it will equip it automatically onto your person and you'll be fully geared up. I see a lot of people failing in that regard. So let's quickly sleep before I continue, because we don't want to be fighting any mobs yet. There we go. So yeah, I see a lot of people failing with that. If it is in your hotbar, if you want to equip it, you just right click on it. It's as simple as that. And that'll help you out a lot when you're in a tight situation. Alright, so you probably want to know which armor's the best and what I would suggest. That rhymed and I did not do it on purpose. Whatever. So, okay, this is a bit of a tricky one, but as you can see down here, this is my armor bar. And the higher this is the higher percentage of damage that will be blocked. Now, of course, leather does the lowest with 3.5 shields. We'll call these chest plates. So, leather, a full set, gives you 3.5 chest plates. Gold will give you 5.5, I think it is. And then chain will give you 6. And then iron will give you 7.5. So exactly what I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Yep, so that was right. Iron will give you 7.5. And then diamond will give you all 10. I think it is. That's canon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, so diamond will give you the full 10. Iron will give you up to there. And etc. So it's pretty self-explanatory. And you want diamond if you can afford it. Otherwise, get yourself some iron. Now, here's another thing I see a lot of people making a bit of a mistake on. It's not really a mistake, but just say you didn't have much resources. Say I had 11. I can't make a full set of armor with that. I need 24. The first thing you want to make is a chest plate for sure. The chest plate gives you more defense than any other part of armor. So chest plate, an iron chest plate will give you 3 of these little chest plates of armor, and the the helmet will only give you 1. So making an iron helmet is nowhere near as good as making a chest plate, because the chest plate will give you 3, the helmet will only give you 1. And to be honest, you always want to make the best out of what resources you have. So I'm going to go through this a tiny bit more. And all the different boots, so leather, gold and chain, all give you half a heart of armor. So making boots is pretty much useless. They do really nothing for you. And of course, leather, gold and chain all have the same armor, so it doesn't matter which color boots you're wearing, they'll give you the same defense. It only starts to step up once it gets to iron. And iron will give you 1 chest plate of defense, and then diamond will give you 1.5. So therefore, upgrading your boots from leather to gold will do nothing. Upgrading your boots from leather to iron only gives you half a shield better defense, so that's pretty much useless as well. But if you upgrade your chest plate, that's a whole different story. That upgrades a lot quicker, and of course it gives you 3, so that's why I'd suggest that first. And then it is leggings. Leggings is the second best thing to upgrade. Actually, yeah, second best thing to upgrade because it gives you 2.5 chest plates. And then the helmet, that's also... Actually, this is a bit of a tricky one. I've got to explain this a bit better, okay. So, the helmet is what I see people upgrading the most in Hunger Games. You see this a lot on Hunger Games servers. They upgrade their helmet from like gold to iron. But that actually does nothing, guys. Both gold, chain and iron helmets all give you 1 chest plate of defense. So upgrading it does absolutely nothing. If you see someone with a gold helmet, it's just as good as having an iron helmet. And the leather helmet is only half a defense less. And the diamond is only half a defense more. So therefore helmet is pretty useless to upgrade as well as boots. So your main items that you want to upgrade first are chest plate and leggings. Alright, what else is there? There's so much to cover in this topic. I actually don't know what to do next. Let's showcase some PvP / combat with the sword. Now that I've shown the combat with the bow, I should probably teach you how to use the sword. And you may be like, we know how to use the sword, Hades. What are you on about? You just left click. And of course you left click quicker to hit quicker. So there you go. Finished. Tutorial over. Left click faster to do more damage. But no, it is not only that. There is a lot more to it than that. And I'm going to explain that right now. So, first off is your right click. Just like this. Right clicking actually blocks attacks by 50% or something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 50%. You're going to have to double check that, but as far as I know, it is 50% of everything. So if someone hits you with an arrow, it'll block 50%. It also blocks explosion damage. So if a creeper's about to explode right next to you, just hold this and walk backwards. Bam, you'll take 50% less damage. So by saying that, you guys should be amazed, because I don't see people doing that when they play on PvP servers, like player versus player. That's what PvP stands for. Or even fighting mobs. I don't see people blocking much. Even I don't block much, but when I'm really trying in PvP, I do block, because it is extremely useful. So we can hit like this, we can block like this, and you got to learn how to use that efficiently. But there is a trick to it. So in PvP, there's actually a thing where you can click and then block at the exact same time. See, this is clicking, this is blocking, and clicking and blocking at nearly the exact same time creates this effect. And it lets you click much quicker, and it also blocks some of the attacks, and also makes you do more damage while you're jumping. Now, I've got to explain that in a second, but let's just finish off this, why I put the jumping bit in there. So, when you're in PvP, of course blocking makes you walk slower, but it is worth it, because in direct combat with PvP, you'll be facing each other with swords. So what you want to do is you want to press your left click button and then your right click button like a millisecond after, and you'll get this effect. And what this will do is make it a lot easier for you. If you had to jump over something, it'll just automatically be blocking already, so you have a higher chance to block that 50% of damage. And it also allows you to attack quicker, because the block cancels the animation. And as you can see, my attacks seem to be a lot quicker now, which also helps you do more damage. So not only does it help you do more damage, but it also helps you block attacks, because when you stop, you're blocking, and blocks 50% of damage. Why wouldn't you want to do that? And every little bit helps in PvP, because when you think about it, the damage of the swords weren't that different. It all comes down to how well you can block and how well you can click, getting this method up. So that's what a lot of pro people do, and I'll probably be seeing more people doing this, for those of you who have watched this video. And now, I'm not even finished. There is another technique that not many people know about in PvP, and that is critical hits. If you do a critical hit on an enemy, it does up to 50% more damage, and it also does +1 heart. So to do +1 heart of damage, plus another 50% more potential. So just thinking about that, remember what I said about swords? The difference between a stone sword and an iron sword is only half a heart of damage. And the difference between an iron sword and a diamond sword is only half a heart of damage. So if you're doing a critical hit, which adds a whole nother heart of damage plus 50% more, so that is up to 3 hearts of damage with a diamond sword, or something around there, that's nearly double your damage. Like, that is, well, not double your damage, it's 50% more your damage plus a heart, but you know what I mean? That is extremely good. So if you're doing this thing, you're attacking quicker than your enemy, and you're also blocking some of the hits for 50% of damage, and you're doing critical hits for up to 50% more damage plus 1 heart. Suddenly, you went from being a total noob walking up to enemies to being a PvP master, blocking 50% of the damage, doing 50% more plus a heart, and attacking quicker. No one will be able to kill you. Simple as that. But you're probably thinking, how do I do these critical hits? Because I've never done them before. Well, they happen when you are falling. So, there's a few ways to do this. You can either get yourself stuck in a cobweb, like jump into the very corner of the cobweb, and it'll act as you're falling. So you could use cobwebs as a PvP advantage. Or another way of falling is just to jump. So every time you jump, you fall. Now, I'm actually going to show this off right here. I wonder if you can critical hit without a sword. I actually haven't tried this, because who would PvP without a sword? So let's hit him normally. Yep, no critical hit. Let's go ahead and jump, and as we're falling, we will hit him. There we go. The critical hit happened, so you can do it without a sword. And you can tell it was a critical hit because of all the little stars that fell off him. So let's jump, and as we're falling, hit him again. Bam, all the stars fall off. So I did 50%, up to 50% more damage plus a heart every time I critical him. See, I didn't critical him because I wasn't falling. You got to get the timing right, guys. But luckily when you're in PvP and you're doing this tactic and just jumping at the same time, you don't really have to worry about the falling bit because you're hitting so often it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and show this again. Jump, and as I'm falling, hit. Critical hit. Jump, and as I'm falling... Oh, there we go, critical hit. So I two-shotted him. Let's see how long it takes without the critical hit. It might be the same because I don't know how much health I have. Yeah, it is the same, but the critical hit does do more damage, and you can tell by the little stars that come off. Just like that. There we go. It's extremely efficient, and so I guess that's it, guys. That's really what I wanted to show you with the swords for the critical hit thing to do more damage. I'm just going to quickly run back to the bed before a bunch of... Am I even on? Oh, noob. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm on peaceful so often these days because a lot of the videos I record have to be on peaceful because I don't want mobs interfering. And luckily this is more of a tutorial one anyway, so it doesn't really interfere with the gameplay. Let's go ahead and do that. Come on. Alright, so what else did I want to cover? I wanted to cover leather, didn't I? So we'll go find some cows. I did actually see some over there previously. And I guess I'll show you the upgrades I did to my farm. I just decided to put the wooden blocks with the torches above the water because I thought that just looked a lot better. So it just makes it look a lot neater. And we can go ahead and harvest this. I'm going to do another farming type episode next episode, breeding animals and bringing them over here. But we can harvest this just by hitting it with our hands. And you hit all the fully grown one. The fully grown one looks like this, and they're the ones you want to hit. I'm just going to grab this, just so I can replant this farm real quick. Oh, mistake right there. You cannot jump on crops, or it'll dehydrate your land. I was actually going to tell you that, but I did it by accident. You jump like this. If you land directly on the square, there's a chance for it to dehydrate, just like that. So we had to recrop it and replant our seeds. Just like this, let's replant some more. And of course these are the ones we want to harvest. And when we harvest them, we actually get more seeds back, so we can replant it. But we also get the wheat, which is what I'm going to be using to breed these animals later. So that's why I'm farming this up this episode, so I can be prepared for next episode. And yeah, I guess I should show you how to plant these. Not plant these, put these wood bits here real quick. The way I like to do it is the wheat actually counts as a block. So you can go ahead and plant it, put the wood on top of it like this, and then the next piece of wood there. And I don't have an axe. Are you kidding me? So we got to slowly hit this way. But yeah, that's a much better way of getting the wood up there. And then we just chuck torches around it to light it up. There's our little farm. Alright, so let's continue on with the main focus of the episode. I'm going to go try and find a cow. Now I believe there was one over here. That's why I'm having a quick look. Come on, cows. Yep, there we go. They're the cows. So we're going over here. And the only difference between what you can make tools out of and swords and what you can make armor out of is leather. You can actually make leather armor, but you can't make leather swords. And before I kill this, I want to get into another key concept for PvP or combat. What you want to do is you want to get an empty bucket and right click on the cow. And you're like, what just happened? I just milked a cow, bitch. Look at that. Milk number 335, and you can't really do anything with milk. I can't put it on the ground. I can't really mix it with anything. The only use for milk is to make cakes. And something which I'm going to explain in a second. The main reason why I got milk, you may be like, this has nothing to do with combat. What does cooking cakes have to do with combat? Well, it does, because milk actually gets rid of all poison effects. So a common thing to do in PvP, player versus player, on servers, is people hit you with poison potions, weakness potions, stuff like that, and you will get poisoned. So that is no good at all, and what I would suggest is just having a cow at home and just bringing a bucket of milk with you. So if anyone does decide to poison you in PvP, just hold right click, it'll drink the milk and you'll be cured. As simple as that. That is extremely useful, and I'd suggest people do that. And of course, even in your single player world, like this one right here, you can get poisoned by eating rotten flesh, which I've got in my hand right now. Let's see if I can get poisoned. Yep, I did. See how my hunger bar there got poisoned? That'll actually make it deplete quicker. This poison isn't really that bad, rotten flesh, but you'll see I can get rid of it. And I'll show you there, the hunger there. I can drink this. Bam, it cures me. The hunger thing is gone. That is actually a really bad poison effect, rotten flesh. It doesn't hurt you. It just makes your hunger go down quicker. So there's a lot worse things like that, like cave spiders. If you ever run into a cave spider, they can poison you and you actually take damage. Alright, I just wanted to check how many cows are here, because I want to kill one to get some leather. He didn't actually drop any leather. Let's kill another one. Come here. Come here, bitch. Let's go full PvP on his ass. He didn't drop any leather either. But luckily I had 2, which isn't enough to buy anything. Oh, I gotta kill some more because I want to quickly show you. I want to build 1 piece of leather armor. But I don't want to kill all the cows because I want to use them for my farm next episode. Let's go full PvP on him. Jump in, get the crits. He's making a run for it. He knows he can't deal with the crits. Did he drop any? Nah. Okay, we're extremely unlucky here. I'm going to go ahead and kill some more cows. There we go, that guy dropped some. 5, that's enough. We got 5 leather right there. I'm going to head back to base. And hopefully I can bring that cow and the other cows back next episode for my animal farm and breeding tutorial. That'll probably be what I'm covering next episode, because I'm already kind of preparing for it. And we can eat this rotten flesh because we know we've got some milk here, so we can unpoison ourselves to get rid of that hunger debuff. Simple as that. GG, guys. And I'm going to explain what GG means so I don't get asked a million times again. GG means good game. I kind of just picked it up randomly. There's no real definition of it on the internet. It's kind of a made up word, but it does mean good game, guys. Alright. So, let's go ahead and make ourselves some leather armor, just like we made anything else. But let's go ahead and... what can we make with 5? Not much. We can make a helmet, so I reckon that's what I'm going to go with. There we go. Leather cap. We'll make that. You could do the exact same thing with iron. This is iron, so I'll make it out of dirt, but this is the recipe. So you can use iron, leather, gold, whatever you want like that for a helmet. You can use that for pants. You can use this for boots. So 2 there, 2 there. And of course the chest plate is like that, without the middle bit. There you go. So that explained all the different recipes. And I want to show you a little trick with this. Let's go ahead and pick up some flowers. Yep, no, I'm not one of those pansy people that just go around picking flowers. I actually want to do it for a good reason. You want to put the flower in here to get some dandelion yellow dye. And we'll take all this out. And then we'll put our helmet in here. And we'll put the dye to dye our leather cap yellow. So I find that really good. And it's kind of good when you're a bit poor and you want to pretend you're rich wearing gold armor. And there we go, I got myself a dyed yellow cap, pretty much. I'm going to be covering dye in future episodes when I make a sheep farm. And when I start dyeing the sheep different colours. That's when I'm going to cover dyes more. So don't worry if you have questions about that. It will be answered in a future episode. And of course, we all know iron is better than that. So I'm not actually going to wear this helmet. But I just thought I'd show you that because it's a nice little addition. And what else is there to cover? I think I covered all the direct combat things, but I can show you something else that I did prepare. You can also wear helmets. I mean pumpkins. See? I put a pumpkin on my head, just like this. You just equip it like normal. I'm pretty sure you can right click it. You can't right click it, okay. So that's something different, that you can only right click armor to equip. The pumpkin will not actually equip when you right click. But we can drag it on, and it does this. The pumpkin doesn't actually give you any extra defenses, except for against Enderman. That's the only reason why I'd use it. So, I haven't actually covered this topic either, but there is a boss in Minecraft called the Ender Dragon, and you got to go to the end to fight him. And when you go to the end, there is lots of Endermen, those big, tall, lanky looking black things that have the scary faces and go that I was fighting in a previous episode outside the front of my house. And yeah, so when you look at the Enderman in the eye, they will teleport to you and start attacking you. But if you're wearing this pumpkin on your head, you don't have to worry because the Enderman will not attack you, even if you look it directly in the eye. It's kind of like a mask. So the Enderman doesn't like register that you're looking at it. So that's what pumpkins are used for, guys. And that's pretty much all pumpkins are used, well, all the pumpkins are used for on your head. They're still used for cooking and other things, but when they're on your head, all they do is blur your vision, make it so you can't wear armor there, so it makes you weaker, but it does protect you against Enderman. So that's a nice little tip I thought I'd chuck in there at the end of the episode for some of you pros out there. I know I didn't learn about the pumpkin on the head trick for quite a while, and I went into the end without it quite a few times, which was a mistake. Let's go ahead and get this off our head because it's kind of annoying me. And I think that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. If you have any questions, make sure to post it in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer as many people as possible. And don't forget to tell your friends about this series, because it really helps out Minecraft and me, because the more people that know how to play Minecraft, the better. And this is such a great game. I'd like you to share this with as many people as possible. Don't forget to like the video if you want to support me and get the video out there. And also subscribe to my channel if you want to see the future episodes, which I guarantee are going to be good, because even I am learning stuff. This isn't for noobs, really. This is kind of for pros who want to learn about stuff they've never really encountered before. Because you don't need to know stuff you've never done, but there's some things like that pumpkin on the head and the critical hits, just little things here and there which can help anyone out, no matter how good you are. So don't forget to subscribe, guys, for them. And I guess I'll see you later. Have a great day. Peace!